today's stream, and after yesterday talking about the representation on the whiteboard, we will be wiring this consumer unit to represent the wiring in a domestic setup where all of these settings will come all the way to this consumer unit. Now, the wires going to the wiring of the lightings, as well as the instant shower head, the cooker connectors, and the cooker unit, as well as the sockets, all of them we are wiring to this consumer unit. Now, there are special gadgets that we'll have here, starting with the SPD, surge diverter, and we will have the RCCB as well as the DPMCB that we talked about, and we'll have also the MCBs, the miniature circuit breakers here. All we are going to wire today, and we will be telling you about everything that concerns the same. Now, it is important for you to understand that various wires here are of different sizes. My consumer unit is a 12-way consumer unit, meaning it will handle a lot of gadgets here as well as circuits. In future, if there is a need for expansion, meaning if I want to create a different circuit that will accommodate more wires, then this consumer unit is able to take that. Another important thing to note is that my consumer unit has a lot of connections for both the earth and the neutral. I have two neutral bars that are located here at the top of this consumer unit, as well as two earth bars that are located differently here in the consumer unit. So we are going to wire this consumer unit. Now smash the like button if you're getting some value, and if you're just joining in, let me know where are you streaming from. If you have not subscribed, subscribe to our channel for more of this content. Now to begin with, we have the mains wires which are here. These mains wires, as we said, should not be less than 10 mm square or 10 millimeters square in terms of the cross-sectional area, the way from the meter box. We will be talking about the meter box when we will have it here wired. And for today, it is important to note that this is the face wire, and this is the earth connection, and this is the neutral connection. So when it gets to consumer unit wiring, it is important to take note of the size of the wires. Another important thing is to note that the earth connection should not be taken for granted. We must ensure that our earth connection is definitely factored in, as well as the neutral. Most people pay attention to the face, and you might find that the face connection is the right size, or the live wire is the right size, but they start going lower when it comes to the neutral, or even go further down when it comes to the earth connection. It is important for you to note that these wires, if they are coming from the mains or from the meter box, they must all of them be of the same cross-sectional area. Now, going to the lighting circuit, we usually have 1.5 millimeter square wires or 1.0, depending on the lightings that will be fitted or the load basically. Remember, a cross-sectional area of a wire reflects the load that will be connected there. Now, for the lightings, definitely it implies that the load is not that heavy, or it will not be drawing a lot of current. So the wires or the cables are basically not as big as other wires, as we shall be seeing. It is important to understand that for the lightings, we have the phase connection, we have the neutral, as well as the earth connection. These will go to feed our lighting circuit as demonstrated or displayed on the board. Another important circuit here is definitely the instant shower head. The instant shower head, number one consideration is the earthing wire. The earth connection must be factored in. We have the phase or the live, and we also have the neutral or the return. All of these wires are rated at 4.0 millimeter square. These wires are rated like so because of the nature of the appliance that we use. That is the instant shower head. It draws a lot of current, in most cases between 20 amperes all the way to 30 or even more than that. So a 4.0 millimeter square wire will be able to handle that, but you must not go below. You can go further above the 4.0 millimeter square, but you cannot go below that, so that they will be able to handle the current that is drawn by the shower head. Now, another important thing to note is that these wires, all of them should be made of pure copper. The insulation must be able to handle the current that flows through, meaning it should not overheat and it should not be punctured in case there is any problem. Another important circuit here is definitely the socket circuit. This circuit can be either ring. We will talk about the ring circuit if we get to the connection of the ring socket wiring. For my case here, I only have one twin socket that is connected to this circuit that comes all the way to the consumer unit. Important here is the cooker unit circuit or the electric cooker circuit. This circuit is mainly in the kitchen. The cooker draws a lot of current when in use. It can be used for heating food or probably in the baking. All of these are heaters which draw a lot of current. What I have here as the cable supplying it with power are 4.0 millimeter square. Notice that I also have three wires, and in these three cables we have the earth, the phase and the neutral. My neutral is represented by black, my phase represented by red, my earthing represented by this yellow with green stripes. In other countries, it can be a different color code, but it is important for you to take note of your respective color code. Finally, I also have another, just a moment, let me arrange them well, but in the meantime, hit the like button if you're getting some value from this live stream of today. And also on the chats, let me know where are you streaming our live from. My name is John and it is a pleasure to have you joining me. If you will be watching this video as a recorded version, kindly hit the like button as well as comment on the next video that would wish me to talk about. But for now, another important, interesting socket is the socket that is located in the kitchen. This socket is rightly below this consumer unit, meaning that in case my consumer unit is in the kitchen, then I will not have a sophisticated piping system. I will simply drop that socket below the consumer unit and have it get its supply from this consumer unit. The same applies when it comes to the number of cables that I am using. Three of them, phase, neutral and earth connection. Now for this socket, I have chosen to use 4.0 millimeter square wire, unlike having 2.5. Why? Because in the kitchen, there are many appliances that I refer to as heavy loads. where they can be connected here at the same time. So in most places that I have gone to, you find that a socket in the kitchen can be connected to so many appliances at the same time, and these appliances are drawing a lot of current, and it is important to have a wire that is able to handle that current. Assuming that one socket in that kitchen has been connected to an extension plug. On that extension, you may find that a customer has connected a fridge, a microwave, as well as a heating kettle. Now, the combination of these appliances definitely will draw a lot of current, straining the wires that are supplying the specific socket with current. So it is important to take note of that, and instead of using 2.5 millimeter square wires, I am using 4.0. That will be able to handle the current that flows. Now, after that, it is important for us now to go ahead and do the wiring of the consumer unit, having these gadgets here.